So I'm in the States, I'm driving down the road, tools and more, that's a bit of me. Let's go in there and have a look what US quality tools and quirky tools we can find, take them back and get them organised. The red Milwaukee stuff, they have everything we have, just in bright red. I think we have this too, to be fair, first aid kit. $40 for these Diablo multi-tool, but carbide bits. Is there anything like those spider bits that we looked at? Used these before in the UK. Eklind, US made Allen keys, and they've got the T-handles too. So that's the 8-piece. They were pretty small, they're heavy then. I think that might be the first pickup. Look at that thing, that is a flipping beast. Yes, you can buy a good level. The Crick level, made in the US. I'd love one of those in a torpedo. We're doing a wooden toolkit, and that would be a flipping beauty to go in it. I wonder how much would you pay for a quality wooden level? That is a flipping beauty. Bit more true blue. Knipex, quality German, made it over here, as you'd expect. The bolt biter. I've seen these before, well not gear wrench ones. I've seen them made by Irwin. Pretty cool though. Any plier, $5. A lifetime warranty plier. Hey, and they're made by Allen. That's some classic stuff. Chinese made, but Allen keys, that's where they're from. That's why they're named Allen keys, because of that brand, Allen. 2 for $15, aviation snips. Tool King. And that's all these Prybars and Pro bars. And all good Channellock stuff. That's cool. Not seen Channellock adjustables before. They were super wide. That's tempting. Channellock adjustable. So that is definitely one of the items. I've never seen a wooden level of that quality before. Channellock US company. I don't know if this says made in Spain. Still good though, taking it back to Europe, eh? So we're going for Eklind metric Allen keys. We don't have those. What's your favourite American brand of tools?
I would probably have to say it's probably between a choice. There's a company called Wright that makes, you know, sockets and wrenches and all that stuff.
Are they here?
They are. We don't have to. We have a little bit of that stuff.
Any other favourite US brands? Anything? Do you know how many more hand tools back here? Do you that I've missed?
Not that many, yeah.
I need the bad news now. How much is that wooden level? Looks expensive.
The other one's longer. These are $129.
Do you have a do they do a torpedo level?
They do not. No, this is a masonry level. That's what that's for masonry.
Right, right.
Just the work of that, the handwork.
Yeah, it's no joke, is it? So what's the price on this other stuff?
Okay, so this told you $129.
Yeah.
$27.95. $31.95. This is $37.95. This is $34.95, and these are $9.95. This is for guys that assemble scaffolding. It's a special socket they all have. You tap your bolt through, tighten it up to align it, and they're Williams, US made.
It's a heavy old thing, eh?
Yeah, I'll explain that a bit.
that is a maybe. I like that.
It's just kind of cool looking. You know?
It is cool looking.
They just look like a cool animal.
I like the Estwing stuff over here. We do have Estwing, yeah. We have. To be fair, we have quite a lot of it. I quite like these items up here. They're like a bit quirky. I mean, I've got a couple of these pry bars and nail pullers already. We have looked at those on the channel. A dead blow hammer. Who knows why there's sand in them? Drop me a comment. We've already got a couple of these. So I think with this piece of Channellock, that's another item on the list. Circuit pliers can take up so much space. So when you've got a reversible pair like this, with different tips in it, or retaining rings we call it over here. We call it circlips, but I think that is going to make the list. Ah, yeah, I love them.
Stuff has to be, they drill a hole through the nut and bolt and they tie a wire so it can't back off. So you would crimp your wire, look at that, locks like that. Then as you pull this up, it would twist the wire. These are Proto, US made.
Another company owned by Stanley Black & Decker Group, isn't it, Proto?
Yeah.
I like it, that's also a good one. We do a lot for aviation in the UK,
yeah,
and they use it heavily in aviation.
Believe it or not, race car guys do that.
Do they, yeah?
On the Formula 1 stuff, every screw and bolt is...
Yeah, the weight and
the Formula 1 stuff, I believe this, but I know a lot of race car stuff they do, just because the vibration, you know, backs stuff off.
An insulated driver and some big old Electricians grips by Crescent. That is pretty cool. You seen an insulated bit holder? I could probably get one. I've just never searched for one. There must be some plastic that splits it apart. I think we get that. That's the Estwing I want to take. The US made one. Beautiful thing. Look at the paint on that. I think we're at 5. We've made it. I think that's the play. Something about it just says super American. think it's all the American flags.
Yeah, I like that when the I-beam just looks tough.
Yeah, and I've already got the ones with the plastic handle, and they don't say made in US, and then this one does. So
yeah,
I feel like
they've been kind of mixing things in now.
I mean, this bricklaying level's specialist, but I think anybody could appreciate it.
Just the quality of it. It's an art, should be on a wall hanging up.
Oh, you're not kidding! It is literally beautiful. That.
It is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. So I found 5 quirky tools in Tools and More. I had a fair bit of help. There's some mad stuff over here. And then there's some really classic stuff, basically just good quality standard tools, but US made. I think I found 5 really quirky ones. Let's get back to the UK and we'll have a closer look at them. Right, so back from the States, another trip to find some quirky tools, this time at a place called Tools and More. I was driving down the highway and I saw the sign, Tools. It was like calling to me. Never heard of Tools and More before, and it was like Arkwright's shop. If you know what that is, the 2 Ronnies, the classic 4 candles.
4 candles.
It was like a smaller store than all the other stores I've visited so far in the States, but it seemed like they had everything. If you asked them for a certain fastener fixing, they'd have had it. It'd have gone in the back and they'd have found it. But they also had a bit of a showroom, loads of tools. I've got a full bag here of quirky tools, interesting US made stuff to talk you through. I also picked up one of the red Milwaukee packouts. So in the States, if you didn't know, all the Milwaukee packout range is red. And in the UK and Europe, it's all black. So every time I get the opportunity, I bring another piece of the puzzle. Maybe we'll end up with 2 full sets of Milwaukee packout, 1 red and 1 black. Always a joy going over to the States. Found some built-in tools. Can't wait to show you. So let me start with number 5. So number 5 on the list is something from Crescent. Now, so far, this is the first bit of Crescent I've picked up in the States, and this is called the Electricians Set. Being an electrician, anything that's a bit quirky, designed for an electrician, is literally going to get my attention. Not made in the States, this, but it's got lifetime warranty, and it's got a good reputation, Crescent, as far as I know. There you go, it says designed, engineered, and tested in the US. The thing that first drew my eye was this, an insulated bit driver. It's not something I've ever owned. I've seen them before in the past, but I've never owned one, and I just thought as part of this kit, it was quite good value and quite handy. I mean, typically I use a Weir insulated screwdriver set and don't really need to worry too much about using a drill for something that could possibly be live. And I suppose it's better to have an insulated one if there's one available. So that was a cool pickup. And also in the kit is these 9.5-inch lineman's pliers. You don't often hear electricians called linesmen anymore, but I suppose in America maybe that's more common. The linesman in the UK is the guy running up and down the side of the pitch, checking for offside. So these things, quite heavy duty. They've got a good weight to them. So they're cross-hatch jaw, I can see that. So it's like bullnose pliers. But then they're rounded on the end, so you can like ream out or like deburr socket holes. Then we've got laser hardened cutting edges, and they're quite long. You can see you're going to get some good torque on these cutters. This thing here is a fish tape channel for use with flat steel tapes. So quirky little thing, nice and solidly made, and it's Crescent, which I haven't picked up any Crescent before. So I thought it was a good chance to get that in my collection, including the 1000-volt insulated bit holder too. So they are number 5. Let me show you number 4. Number 4 on the list is another US brand, Eklind, but these are made in the States. I picked up a twin pack of their ball end Allen keys. I've got a load of Allen keys, but it's never bad to have another set, especially a really good pair. Now, I've seen these before in the UK. I think you can get them in the RS catalogue, and they are made in the States with a really good reputation. So I thought they were great to have, but also the T-handles. I do love a good solid set of T-handles. Now, these are their metric, and they're not ball end. I've got a set of Bondus, but they're all ball ends, so you can't really put much torque on them because you will snap the end off. Now these I thought were a nice addition, and also you can get a much better feel of the quality from a T-handle than you can from these. These do seem really smart, and they've got USA made on them. I had a quick look at them in the shop and I did feel like they were decent. Usually it's the smallest ones that get broken, so that would be the true test. But look at that, that's a 2mm Allen key, really long, and the good thing about them is when you get a cheap set of T-handles, they typically don't line up very well. It's almost like the handle's moulded and nothing's quite square. But these are all smashing. That is number 4, Eklind, and pretty nice Allen keys. Let me show you number 3. Number 3 on the list is another American brand. There's a bit of a theme here, and that's because most things in the Tools and More shop were American brands and American made brands at that. And this is no different, Estwing. Now, I do love Estwing tools. I've got a couple of their Prybars, and they're all really good quality. But this one did draw my attention. It's got like this really nice finish to it, a really solid, and it's I think it's the American flag that just drew my eye as well. It's like a bit of a pearlescent paint finish, and then the American flag. It's nice and solid, but it's also just the right length. It's not too big and bulky. I think this will fit in a good sized toolkit, but it's still got enough length on it that you can get some real torque on it. So that is number 3, nice little pry bar from Estwing. Let me show you number 2. So number 2 on the list, a bit of a theme, another American brand. This one possibly the most famous yet. There's an argument there though, let me know. And that is Channellock. So I picked up 2 cool items, the first of which is their circular pliers. Now these drew my eye because this one set of circular pliers literally performs 8 different functions because they're reversible, and you can also change the pins, and you can have bent pins, thin, fat pins, internal or external, just a nice solid pair of circular pliers. So I'm thinking about having those in my compact toolkit because that literally replaces every other circular plier I need. I showed a pair of these in a video a while back and there was mixed feedback in the comments. Some people love them, some people hate them. Let me know what you think. That was my first Channellock pickup and they are made in the US. This one though is something else a bit quirky. This is a Channellock adjustable spanner made in Spain. It's just a bit of an unusual one, isn't it? I don't have any other adjustable spanners that have like this bright coloured moulding. So I think this is probably made by Rega or someone similar because they're a Spanish spanner brand. It kind of, to me, it looked quite cheap. It looked like it was like solid plastic, but it's actually the Channellock Classic Blue and it's rubber. It's a rubber grip. It's a good size, good weight to it, 8-inch adjustable, so it kind of, with quite a wide jaw. I mean, it's called the Wide As, and it is as wide as. 38mm capacity. It's a pity it doesn't fully out and reverse because I do love a reversible adjustable. Europe made, US brand, a little bit of quirkiness to it. Interesting. So that's my number 2 pickup. Let me show you my number 1 pickup. And this is probably one of my favorite tools I've found in any of these US videos so far. Let me show you. So number 1 is this, the Crick wooden level. This thing drew my eye like no other tool. I go in these tool shops all the time, all over the world. I'm looking for the unusual, I'm looking for the peculiar items, and this is probably one of the perfect examples of you have to be out on the road to find the cool stuff. Look at this. So it's, yes, you can buy a good level, the Crick level, made in the USA. They're all individually numbered. The guy in the shop was really praising this company as well. They said they're all handmade, still in the States. They've been made for a long, long time there. It's got Marshalltown on it. On the bottom it says Marshalltown. I don't know if they're a distributor or what, but obviously Crick is the brand. I don't know much more about it than that. Made in TX, that's Texas, isn't it? We saw a wooden level in Europe, and the guy from BMI, he was the son of the founder, or the great-grandson of the founder. He was telling me that the wooden levels are typically for tar. Now this has got like metal strengthening bars along it to make sure it doesn't get damaged. So I don't think this is for tarmac roads. I think this is just a proper good level for brickwork and for anything you're doing, but it's just really solid, and they've made it out of wood, out of like a bit of a heritage thing. But then they're also saying we've not just made it and sold it and then forget about it. If it's broken or if it's getting into a bit of a state, $10, and they're going to re-oil it and repair it for you, and they're going to replace the vials, $3 to replace the glass lens. That's flipping mental, isn't it? $12 to replace the actual bubbles. So this stood out to me, and you can see why. A real special tool and something that is deserving of a real special toolkit. Now, in terms of special toolkit, what toolkit should this go in? My idea for it was a sustainable toolkit. Basically, all of the tools made out of wood or environmentally sustainable tools. You know, a lot of these tools, they're smart, but they are, you know, heavily plastic. And there was a time where plastic didn't exist, but tools still did. I thought this is a bit of a throwback to some classic heritage tools, and maybe we could put together a really good, well-rounded toolkit of not just old vintage tools, but also modern, high-quality tools using some of those classic techniques. So let me know in the comments, would you like to see us try and see what other tools are out there that follow the same theme as this Crick level, which is definitely something special. So there we have it. That is my top pick from Tools & More. Let me bring over the Milwaukee box, because the plan now is to show you how shadow foam works. And essentially, we make foam inserts that slot into all of the toolboxes, no matter where they're from. And if there's a toolbox we don't make an insert for, let me know. Head over to Instagram, shadow_foam, drop me a message, send me a picture, we'll add an insert to our website. But this one, we already make inserts for, so let's get one on the table and let's put a layout together. So, got my layout sorted, got my anti-cut glove on, and when it comes to cutting shadow foam, all you need is one of our basic cutting kits. Now these come free with most orders at shadowfoam.com. We've got this one, and we've got a pro cutting kit with even more stuff in it, and that comes with orders over £120. But all you need is in the basic cutting kit, including the anti-cut glove. Now I have one on my left hand, but these do come in pairs, so if you're left-handed or right-handed, I recommend having a glove on the hand that's going to be holding the items. Then you need your scalpel with a fresh blade on it, and all you do is place the items where you want them to go, like I've done here, and you essentially just cut around the item using the scalpel like a pencil. You just hold the scalpel 90 degrees to the foam, and we're literally just following that outline all the way around. And we're not cutting very deep into the foam at this point, we're just literally capturing that silhouette on the foam. And I will take in all the little bits of detail as well, just so we've got a really nice silhouette and you can tell what it is when the item's missing. Now when you take the item away, you shouldn't really be able to even tell where you've cut until you press down on it and you can expose that cut. Then we go back round and we're literally just making this cut as deep as it needs to be so that the item will sit flushly in that little like gap that you've made. So this set of Allen keys is about 15-20 mil, so I'm going to overshoot it and cut it about 25-30 mil. As long as you don't cut all the way through the line, it doesn't really matter how far you go down. You just make sure you've gone down far enough. That's the most important thing. So we've overshot that, which is great. Once you've gone all the way back around, you simply then just push one of your fingers down one of the ends of the cut. So it could be down this end or that end, and then you're just feeling for a seam. So on this one, I'm peeling out about 2 layers and I'm just looking for that 20 mil seam, and there it is. And then you just pull in the foam up, and literally you can see I'm getting a few more fingers under there just so I can get a bit more leverage. And I'm just peeling it back towards myself and following it along. And I'm taking out like 2 or 3 layers there in one go. And that's it, in one swift motion. I've peeled out that. So you need a little bit of finger strength. If you want some more top tips on how to get some great shadow foam results, go and watch this hints and tips video. I show all different techniques. If you've not got the strength in your fingers to do that, you can use pliers. There's loads of top tips. Go and check that out. But that's the first item done. Allen keys fit nice and snug in there. Let me cut the rest of it. So there we go, that is all the cutting done, including some finger pulls. So I add finger pulls just to make it easier to use these inserts. These aren't your traditional inserts, really. I'd usually squeeze a lot more in, but they are my top 5 pickups from Tools & More. If you're ever in Delaware, head over to Tools & More. They were really nice guys, and they were just super helpful. I had some great chats in there about tools in general, and they helped me find these, to be fair. They were recommending different brands and showing me some of the cool stuff. So big thanks to those guys. Let me chuck these in the drawer. So our inserts are available for every size of power tool case. I challenge you, go to shadowfoam.com right now, click the link at the top of the description. If you've never used shadow foam before and you're looking for a great deal on getting started, grab a starter kit. But if you've got a toolbox system, if it's DeWalt, Festool, Bosch, whatever, you name it, we've got inserts for it. And I challenge you, go to our website now, find your brand, see if your box is there. If it's not, let me know in the comments, because we want to have every insert available for every box. And this is how they work. So the inserts are literally designed to slot straight in. We've got them available in a whole heap of different colors and depths. This is 50 mil red, and they just slot straight in there. So it means that your Milwaukee pack out drawers, everything's organized, nothing's bouncing around. This is the 2-in-1 drawer setup. So it's one of the newer Milwaukee pack out boxes. And we've got a deep drawer. I could have even had a lift out tray here. So I've got, that's the base layer. I could have one of the drawer inserts with 2 handles on the side and then lift it out and have even more tools. But that is the pack out system all set up. The Crick level might have to go in some sort of level holder. If you want to go and see some reviews of some of the most popular toolboxes, go and check out the playlist here. We've literally looked at nearly every toolbox system on the channel. There's a few we haven't done yet. We haven't done Klein, maybe Flex. Let me know if you can't find your video, maybe we'll do a video on it. With all that being said, thanks very much for watching the video. If you've stayed this long, please click the like button. It really helps out the video. It tells YouTube algorithm that these videos are worth watching, which is what YouTube needs to know. And if you drop a comment below, I really appreciate it. I read all the comments and I love talking tools and toolboxes. And if you're watching from America, let me know, are there any tool stores that I've missed out on? That's another playlist you can go and watch. I've been around a few now, but I'm always on the lookout for other places, other spots to go and visit. Maybe there's some quirky tools in your area or some quirky tool shops that I've missed. So let me know that as well. I appreciate all of the comments. It's great to talk tools down in the comments below, so don't miss out. And thanks very much. We'll see you in the next one.